Pretty.
Pretty.
Girls just want to feel pretty, don't they? And valued.
And that.
Are your portraits falling flat? Do you struggle to find the techniques and tips to elevate your portraits to that cinematic quality? Well, I'm about to share with you some tips to hopefully elevate your portrait game, easy to follow guide to achieving that cinematic look. Let's go. Now, achieving a cinematic quality to your portraits needn't be complicated, and you needn't have all of the gear and every trick and every light box and every light stand and every different flash unit and camera and lens under the sun. You can actually achieve a cinematic quality by following some basic principles. And today I'm producing a video that I wish I'd seen 21 years ago when I started my photographic journey, because genuinely it took me 6 years to learn some of the techniques in this, and I'm just going to give them all to you today. Say hi to Zoe, who's going to be joining us here. Say hi, Zoe.
Hi, Zoe.
Zoe has come dressed here as a professional wrestler. There we go, look how strong she is. There, boom. So, in her words, not mine, giving King Louis vibes. Not that one, the real King Louis from France. Photography, as I've discussed before, is all about the art of drawing with light. Even this video is being drawn with light. I've got a single light up here, as you can see here, this sort of ring light here, which is lighting us here. And this single light is illuminating this whole space. We know that the light direction is coming from there. And what a lot of people do when they start their portrait journey is that they fall into the trap of just setting a light that they know that works, and then thinking that that is right lighting, and that anything they do away from that is wrong lighting. Right lighting and wrong lighting is always a problem in photography, people using those terms. I don't believe there's such a thing as right or wrong lighting. There's simply cause and effect. For today's workshop, we're going to be using our Canon R6 camera with a 24-105 f4 lens. Like I always say, it is my favourite lens. It's my workhorse lens. I've been saying that for years, not just because I was paid to say it. This here, the light we're going to be using today is this Elinchron 1. It's an entry-level Elinchron 1, but you can use any flash unit for this. In the past, I've used Canon speed lights that I've used on the top of my camera for weddings and things like that, and then I found attachments, bought them online to make them into soft boxes and little transmitters and receivers to make them essentially what this is. But because we're in studio, we're going to be using our Elinchron 1 today, but any strobe light that you can get to work, even on standard sync, is going to work for this workshop. But before we turn the light on, we're going to have a look and see if we can understand some of the principles of lighting by using this. It's a Photix T200R. I use it for a lot of my video work. I'll hold it up there a little bit longer so you can see what it is there. And when I turn it on, it's got a load of different functions, but most usefully, it has the function of just producing white light like that, which is nice. And when we start to have a look at Zoe here, what we can do is we're going to turn off. So it's a lot of theory today, okay? Apologies. Normally it's just crash bang what a video. We just go in and just start taking, you know, awesome pictures and show you how to elevate your portrait game. There's a little bit of theory today, a little bit of learning today. We're going to turn off our light here so that when we now look at Zoe, she's almost in complete darkness, although the auto settings on the camera will probably adjust so that we can see her here. If we place the light right above her here, we can see that we've got good light across the face, and you may wish to come in a little bit closer with your camera here so that we can see that. When we move around to my favourite position here, which is 45 degrees round, 45 degrees down and 45 degrees up slightly, we get that nice sort of Rembrandt-y type shadow on the side of the face. And when we move the light even further around here, we can start to see a little bit of split lighting so that only half of the face is illuminated and half of the face is in shadow. Now, this can be replicated by putting our flashlight in those positions to recreate those lighting patterns. Or, if you want, you can just use a continuous light source for your photography if you wish. That is something you do, but this is more of a strobe photography channel. The one I like the most, 45 degrees round, 45 degrees up and 45 degrees down, we're now going to replicate with my light over here. So we're going to bring our strobe in. We've measured out this light, so I'm going to be shooting around about ISO 100 f8 160th of a second standard shutter speed sync. Zoe is going to do an incredible pose here for us. There we go. Right, so for our first lighting position, we're going to bring the light round into the first position that I put our light tube. which is up and above Zoe's head there. So what this should give us is a nice even spread of light across the picture. Zoe's going to do an amazing pose here for me, and in 3, 2, 1, go. We've got a very simple light there, a very simple image there, flat lighting, not dramatic, not cinematic in the slightest. We noticed when we used the light tube that we started, when we moved the light around our subject, we started to create shadows. Those shadows are going to create tonality and shape throughout the portrait. That tonality and shape is going to give you that cinematic look. So when we move our light around 45 degrees and Zoe does a very similar pose, we're going to see that just by shifting that light around 45 degrees, and in 3, 2, 1, go, we are going to get a different image there with shadow across the face, and we're starting to work and we're starting to create a cinematic look. If we work it round even further, 45 degrees even further round now, we should be creating something similar to sort of split lighting there. The problem with this one is here, Zoe's going to do, I'm going to ask her to do the same pose as she did before, okay? But the pose here is going to be a problem because when we step forward, in fact, let's just take it. The pose that she's going to do, previous 2 times, she stepped forward. Have a look at where the light is, come round here, and you'll be able to see where the light is. Zoe's going to do the step forward in the pose, and 3, 2, 1, go. And the problem with this one is that she steps so far in front of the light that she's almost fallen into shadow. Essentially, this light is falling from where she was. If you stand forward here, the light is falling behind and in shadow. To get proper split lighting from where she was, I can either move her back towards the background a little bit there, or we can move the light this way and keep it in the same place that she was, which was here. So now she's going to step into where this light is, and we should get a little bit more split lighting across the face. Let's just have a look at this one now. In 3, 2, 1, go. Simple. And now we can see proper split lighting across the face. And because we're using a reasonable sized softbox, we've actually got a tiny little bit of light on the cheek as well, but we're increasing the drama with every shot and with every movement of the light. This is tip number 1 of 2 tips that we're giving you today on how to achieve that cinematic look. The first thing is to actually work about moving your light, restricting the amount of light hitting the face, and creating those deeper, darker shadows that help achieve that cinematic look. The second tip is that we can start to work on moving the position of the face also. If Zoe now moves around 90 degrees so she's facing straight towards this light, and we bring our video camera around here now, we will see that we've actually just recreated the very, very first lighting setup that we had, which is a light coming straight down and straight in front. And if I was to take a picture from this side here, from this point of view of the light, it would look the same as the first picture that we took, except the background will be slightly different. The only difference is that in this instance, I'm actually just going to take it from the position that we were. So Zoe's facing in a different direction, but that light is hitting her face from that direction. So Zoe and the light, while she poses in the background and puts me off, Zoe and the light are in different places and different directions, but actually they're in the same direction as they were in the first shot. In theory, I've just moved around 90 degrees around the other way. Let's just see how that affects the shot here. So Zoe's going to do a very similar pose here. In 3, 2, 1, go. And we're just going to go nice and tight in here for a nice shot. 3, 2, 1, go. Now look at the quality of light across that face. But what happens if we take this to the extreme and we want to really achieve that cinematic look?
Well, to find out, you'll need to join us next week as we amend some light positions, do some fine tuning to the posing and the in-camera cropping, and add some analog effects to create a cinematic image to the final picture. A picture that you can see here that Zoe absolutely loves. In the meantime, you can hit the subscribe button, say something nice down below, hit the bell icon so that you know the next time that we go live or publish a video. And you can visit nofussmust.com to download your free posing guide, 100 different ways to pose a model, and all of our basic simple lighting guides are up there for purchase as well. Until next time, see you soon.